Hey guys, Dave here. What's going on? Welcome to T&D Video Games. Thank you for watching. Check it out. Today we're starting off the day with all of last week's trades. And what do you notice right away? Sega Dreamcast keyboard. Typing of the dead, anyone? So what I'm going to do is go through all of last week's trades. Let's get started right away. All right guys, let's see what we got traded in last week. So starting off with some 3DS games here. Harvest Moon DS Cute. Don't get that one too often. Got the Mario and Donkey Kong game for the DS. Curious to see how that's going to sell now that they've remade it for the Switch. Got some good PS4 in here. And by good, I mean it was once brand new and good, and now it's pretty common. Got some Super Nintendo games here. Nothing special. All sports games. Super Bowling. Man, I wish that was the Nintendo 64 game. Oh boy, would that be amazing. Got some GameCube games here. F-Zero GX. Always need this game. Every time we get it in, sells right away. Galaxy, Donkey Kong Returns, those are good ones as well. Got some pretty good 360 games in here as well. The 50 Cent game, not sure about that one, but haven't had it a lot, so it could be a little bit obscure. Guitar Hero 5, Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. This is an expensive game for the 360. Really good to get that one in as well. And of course, we got the Sega Dreamcast keyboard. I think this is the first time we've ever had it. It's definitely the first time we've had it in the box. Really cool item to get. Totally brings you back to that, like, late 90s, early 2000s modems and just that whole sort of world. Really awesome. Got a Sega Dreamcast in the box as well, so that's pretty cool. Got a few Switch games here, including Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga. This is the deluxe edition. Got a few staples over here for the systems. You got Smash, Zelda, and Mario Wonder. First time we've had that traded in, so pretty awesome to get that one. Stanley Cup. Probably one of the worst, or I'm going to say overhyped games for the Super Nintendo and of my childhood. Man, I wanted to love this game. I really did. Anyway, moving on. So we got the Ocarina of Time soundtrack. Got a few GBA games in here. More Zelda. We got the DSi here, and it looks like it's blue, but it's actually like a purple. So I'm not exactly sure what color it is, but pretty good to get those in. We actually need them, so pretty happy about that. Couple of Game Gear games. We also got a Game Gear traded in, but it was busted. And got gold and one of Joe's favorite games here, Mary, Kate, and Ashley, Winner's Circle. Joe really likes how they're riding horses. Joe loves horses. Speaking of Joe liking horses, we also got Joe's second favorite game here, Pets Horses 2. He thinks it's better than the original. They added more horses in the second one. So anyway, there we go, guys. Lots of good trades. Going to price all this and put it up on the shelves shortly. Just want to say thank you to everyone who has liked, subscribed, or commented on a video. Especially if you've commented lately, we've been getting lots of really long, detailed comments. I want to let you know that Joe and I read all of them, and we truly appreciate it. Thank you for engaging with the channel, and thank you for liking, subbing, and subscribing. All right, guys, so it's my first time at the store in a couple of weeks, and we had a question from one of our regulars, Tim. He's the one that actually asked the question about what percentage of what games sort of sell in the store. And he was asking about moving items around the store. And he asked about this section right here because we've been selling more PS1 lately because we moved it from the far right over to here. And he was wondering if we had to like sacrifice any sort of section or if something else hasn't been selling or basically what happens when we do that. And essentially, Genesis is not a big seller for us. You can tell because we've kept all of our green stickers from our last outdoor sale in September still on the carts. And basically the only way Genesis games sell is if you really underprice them, at least the loose copies. PS1 is selling well because it's here now, whereas it used to be at the very bottom there. Now there's not much of a difference there, but when you move items around the store, people see them, and I don't know, it's something about retail. So he was sort of asking us about this section here because he loves the PS4 and the PS3, but he was saying that this is a pretty high traffic area. Now, in our store, I'd say everywhere is a high traffic area, although the front door here, sort of walking this way, is definitely the highest traffic area. So he was sort of wondering, well, can you move this somewhere else? It got me thinking that possibly putting it over here might help, and then it'd be kind of neat to have all the Super Nintendo moved over here beside the NES. Now, if I do this, this is going to be a project for later on. I can't do this today. I'd have to come back and do it another time. But I think it might be interesting to put the PS3 and PS4 over here beside the PS2. That said, I'm not married to the idea. So I'm just sort of flirting with it. I'm always thinking about new ways to make the store more efficient, to make it more, user friendly, if you could say. It's a tiny space. We do our absolute best. So you never know. Maybe Tim will be moving all of this here one day somewhere else. Thanks for the question. Guys, we hired someone. It happened. We had to hire someone. We didn't have to hire someone, but we hired someone. So today I'm going to be introducing you to our new employee. He's coming in this afternoon, and it was the most random thing ever. If you've been following us for a very long time, we're basically always like, we're busy. It's so busy. It's busy. Blah, 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 right? It's the most, it's like when dad's like, oh, I'm tired. It's like, yeah, we know. But it's been very busy, and it's been harder and harder and harder to do the trades when people come in and then deal with clients. And so we had someone reach out to us, somebody who's been shopping with us for 2 years and really good guy. Obviously, if we're going to hire someone, they got to be a good guy. And he reached out, and we were like, you know what? We could use some help. And so he's worked one shift with Joe, and today's going to work with me, his first shift. So basically, this is like the first training shift, obviously, because he had Joe last week, right? Okay, just kidding. Joe actually did a really good job. He's coming in this afternoon. I can't wait to introduce him to you guys. So time for client orders. Had a lot of questions, but as always, pretty much only had half the items in stock. So somebody looking for a top loader. This top loader is in beautiful condition and also comes with the dog bone controller. Our buddy Sam looking for God of War 2. He likes his mint copies. Unfortunately, this one's not mint, but I'm going to show it to him anyway when he gets here. Speaking of Sam, he purchased the Dark Souls trilogy for the PS4. This is the Steelbook edition, if I'm not mistaken. We posted this morning, and somebody asked right away, how much is Super Mario Wonder? And I'm putting $75 on it. That includes the tax, so you're looking, closer to 65-ish. I mean, this is still an $80 game plus tax, so around $90. And, as I've said many times with Switch games, doesn't matter too much if it's opened or not. By the way, this is a fun game. And next, one of our new regulars, Marco, asked about the Guardian amiibo, which is awesome because this guy takes up a lot of space. And he's also thinking about the NEX Remix pack for the Wii U. It's sealed, so he might be purchasing that this morning, so I'm going to put them both aside for him. If there's something you're looking for, just message us during the week, and we can get back to you on Sunday. Once we're back at the store, we can be found on Instagram and Facebook. All right, guys, so I was talking to Joe yesterday, and we were discussing the idea of possibly putting some of our higher-end items that are a little more expensive, around, the $400 or $500 mark, on some different Facebook groups or even dreaded eBay to help move them, make more money, and then put that money back in the store buying collections. We have a bunch of items in the store that are just, a little pricier. They do sell eventually, but it really requires the right person looking for the right item. So I'm going to start over here with the Sega Saturn Guardian Legends. We've got for, a humble $995. That game's been sitting here for a while. Not too sure it's going to sell. Not that the price is bad, but, it requires a complete set collector, more or less, to come in and grab it. I think the same thing here for Guardian Heroes. And I might choose that game for one of my games to play next year. I've been wanting to play it for a while. But that's another expensive title. Moving over here to the Super Nintendo, we've got a mint copy of Super Metroid right here for $4.95. And it's been here for a while. But again, it's really, really mint and really beautiful. Shadowrun, another example of a game that's been sitting here for a while. Moving over to the GBA, these two copies here of Metal Gear Solid. I believe the one at the top, Joe wrote with his chicken scratch there, mint. So again, mint copies of rare games. So we've got those there. A couple of the silver here. Top one is obviously the better looking one. You can just tell looking at it, right? Like, it's, again, mint. Bases Loaded 4, or the Blues Brothers, two games that probably aren't going to move unless the right person truly comes in for that. This is another one here. This is a pretty rare one for the NES. Pugsley's Scavenger Hunt, $2.95. That could be another one that we put up online. In terms of Genesis, we don't have really crazy ones. Three Ninjas is a pretty expensive game here at $2.75. Nothing else that's too crazy there. We do have a lot of collector's editions that we just put in recently, but we want to give these a good shot in the store, and we'll keep these here for a good year or so. We may discount some of them for our next outdoor sale. That's typically what we like to do. Now, we do have some expensive games in the display case as well, including Mega Man X3. We actually have a few copies. I think we have 3 copies. Yeah, we have all 3 of our, we have 2 copies here, and we actually have another copy at our storage unit. This game just doesn't sell, and I kind of know why. It's not a great game, unfortunately. It's not like X or X2. We've also got Earthbound, but I think we'll keep that guy here. That's one that somebody will probably grab at some point. Anyways, guys, so we're thinking about this. Let us know what you think about the idea of taking stuff from a physical store and putting it online. It's not one of our favorite things to do, but sometimes stuff sits in the store forever. So it gets to the point where, you know, it may not sell if we keep it here forever. And, you know, we can put it on some trade groups. Maybe we can get some more common games for the store. We're currently sold out of Ocarina of Time, so I'd love to get more copies of that game in. But yeah, let me know what you think. The idea of putting some of these items up for sale online. All right, guys, so it's been pretty steady today. Just got one trade here. It was actually a couple of people trading stuff in. So we got some nice DS games here, Pokemon Ultra Moon and New Super Mario Brothers for the DS. A few miscellaneous games here, Crash Nitro Kart and Gears of War 2, sort of the highlights there. And then Turok 3 from our new buddy Marco. And this game's actually gone way down in value. It's interesting. N64, I've been noticing lately, the prices are going down. So we're slowly lowering the prices of some of our carts as they come in, and we sort of learn the new prices. So there is our latest trade. All right, guys, so as promised, our new employee. What's going on, Steph?
I'm pretty good. How about yourself?
Good, good. So this is Steph. He's actually been a regular of ours for about 2 years now, right?
Yeah, I'd say about 2 years.
Yeah. Got Steph here. Steph is a regular trader of ours. Well, I shouldn't say that. You're a regular client of ours, and you trade in so many items. And he reached out a few weeks ago asking if we needed a part-time employee, and we originally said no. Right?
yeah.
Because we're like,
yeah, not really, but like,
we're fine. And then I talked to Joe about it. I'm like, you know what? We could use some help, especially in the afternoons. So he's here on a part-time basis. And how's it going so far? This is your second shift.
Pretty good. So far, I'm really liking it.
Yeah, you can't say anything negative. It has to all be positive, right?
Yeah, it's super great here.
What's it like? What has surprised you so far?
Honestly, so far, it's the very like kind of the patterns you mentioned in your other videos about like how it can be really quiet and really busy. At first, I was like, but now that I've worked a couple like shift in a bit now, like I've seen it, like it's super quiet, and all of a sudden you get a big rush for like an hour.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting kind of see the patterns of when it's busy and when it's not.
Yeah, totally. And we were like 2 seconds ago, there were like 5 people in here. We were going to try to film, and it's like, oh, we can't do it.
Yeah.
And then they all left, and it's like, okay, we can film.
And as soon as you think it's like quiet for a bit, it like picks up right away.
It picks up again.
Yeah, the patterns are quite interesting.
So next question, favorite console?
Favorite console? It's probably going to be between the GameCube and the GBA.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a big Gen 6 fan of consoles.
I like that you said a portable console, because everyone typically says, the TV screen console.
Yeah, they'll go for like the home console, I guess.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so and favorite non-Nintendo console?
It's probably gonna have to go to. I'm leaning towards the PS2 again. Big Gen 6 fan, but it'd probably go with the PS2 or the PS4.
Joe's gonna like those answers a lot there.
Yeah,
so cool.
I like my JRPGs.
All right, well, thanks for welcome aboard. I should say, not thanks. Welcome aboard. And we'll get you in as many shots as we can going forward.
Yeah, happy to be here. Thanks.
All right, cheers. All right, guys, so we have been absolutely swamped with buys. I'm showing you a few of them right now, but I'm going to basically line all this up shortly. Stuff all back here. Over here, look at that. Got a Japanese Ice Blue N64 with, if I'm not mistaken, oh no, that's a Wii U right there. There are some nice controllers as well. But let's ask Steph here. Steph, how's it been?
It's been pretty crazy.
It's been crazy.
Well, we got a lot of trades back to back to back.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. So we're going to put all this up on the counter here and show you guys what was traded in. All right, guys. So we have everything lined up here on the counter. A lot of really good stuff here. Obviously, right off the bat, you see we got in the Japanese Ice Blue N64. Never had this system. Really, really cool buy. Also want to say that if you are local and you're looking to purchase this, it doesn't play North American games. It only plays the Japanese games. However, from my understanding, they can be modded. So it's going to come with one of these controllers. We're going to sell the other one. Pikachu N64 controller. That's the next one. Amazing to get this one in. We've actually never had it. We've had the system a few times, never had the controller. Got a green N64 controller and then the smoke black one. Got us a 3DS XL. Really good to get these. We actually sold one last week or the week before. Every time we get these in, they sell pretty much right away. Have a wired Xbox 360 controller. These are actually big sellers for us too, and we don't have one in stock. Got a few games here. Nothing super crazy. A lot of games that Joe would like Frozen. And Joe also likes the Zuzu Pets games. Real big fan of those games there. Got some Zelda games for the GameCube. Always awesome to get Zelda games. I do have to mention, and I actually probably shouldn't have even put it in the picture, but the Twilight Princess is just the case. So he's going to look for the game. Hopefully he'll find it and he'll bring it back, and then I'll be able to pay him more for it. So yeah, Luigi's Mansion, Wind Waker, Sunshine, like these are all staples for the system. Really happy to get those in. Always looking to get more of those. And then lastly, we got the Xbox One S all digital system. And this was a funny conversation because we typically don't take these in, but we basically took it in buying the controller. So we're going to try to sell it in the store. They're really, really hard to sell for obvious reasons, right? People don't want them. And we tell people, and I'm sure, if you guys are in the gaming community, the best system to buy is a disc-based system because they're more resellable. Just like it makes more sense to buy physical media that you can resell later on as opposed to the digital. So we got that. And then whatever this thing is, the adaptive controller. And then Steph put Mario up there. Good job, Steph. Yeah, that was
Make it look good.
Got to make it look good, right? So Mario's there beside the Xbox. So I'm going to take some pictures of these and post them to social media shortly. All right, guys, so Steph brought this stuff in about 3 hours ago. It's been sitting on the floor. These are all items that were fixed by our repair guy, Peter. We've got a ton of OEM Atari controllers, some Atari consoles down here. So what I'm going to do is put this all up on the display case and show you what we got in. All right, guys, so we have all the Atari stuff put up here on our counter. Every single item here has been tested by Peter. There's Peter's card. We've talked about him a lot on the channel. Dude is awesome, repairs things, fixes things. And yeah, so he tested all of these Atari controllers for us and then all of the consoles as well. And I believe this is one of his creations. He makes these so you can play them on modern consoles. So we got the Gemini here. This is the more rare one of the lot. Although to be honest with you, we don't really get a lot of Ataris traded in. So all three of them, at least for us right now, are kind of obscure. This is the junior model, and that's the official one. I don't know. I got a lot of love for the original one there. And then we got these really interesting controllers. So I've never seen these. TAC2s, obviously the OEM controllers over here, and then these controllers top. So really cool stuff. Thank you, Peter, for repairing these items for us. And what we're going to do is put up all the rest of the items that he fixed next.
Hey guys, Steph here. Just continuing from where Dave left off on the repairs from Peter. We have 4 SNES controllers, and I believe we also got 5 additional ones. We got 2 Sega Genesis first-party controllers. We got a 6-button one there. And we got 2 PS4 DualShocks here, DualShock 4s. We got a Mario Wii remote repaired, and a black Wii Motion Plus remote. And we also got 2 joysticks. So thank you, Peter, again for repairing those. We always appreciate it.
All right, so we're at the end of the day here. We are officially closed. Steph finished his second day. How was it, Steph?
It was really good. It was busy. There was a lot of new situations to handle. But overall, I feel like I did a pretty good job. I'm starting to get the hang of things.
I think you did an excellent job today handling the clients. It was really, really well done. Hey guys, so we just closed up and I got to show you this. So I asked Steph, I'm like, what game do you want to play today on the Wii/GameCube? Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, or Battle 2. Can't even say the game. So I've been listening to Sonic all day. I feel okay. A little dirty. Probably have to have a shower. But we've been playing this all day, and to be perfectly honest, it's been better than playing the Mario Kart Wii that we've been playing all the time. So good job, Steph. I agree with your choice.